Welcome to the second video of the CBT in details. Now, in this video, we're going to move from creating the CBT to entering questions, details on how to enter different kind of questions. We created the CBT in the previous video, so we're going to go back to our CBT. I get into my team. I'm already logged in, and I'll scroll down to my subjects, and the CBT we created last was for this subject, quantitative for foundation 1 class. Now, if I scroll down, this is for this subject. You can see the class, the teacher, and all. If I scroll down beyond the list of students, you will see the button CBT and quizzes. And if I open it, now I have my list of CBTs for this term. If you notice, this is my first test CBT. And if you scroll this way, you will see it is pending status. If I view the CBT or I get into it or I want to add questions, I can either click on the questions here or I can click on the CBT. Let's say I click on the name of the CBT or questions. Both of them will take me to the same place. And now I have the CBTs here. You can see it requires 5 questions. I've entered 0 questions, basically. It's 10 minutes. It is passworded. And then if you scroll down, you can see where I can add my questions. So I click on add new to add my questions. Now I can start adding questions to this CBT. I'm going to add different kinds of questions for each of the questions so that you can see how to handle different kinds of questions. The first question I'm going to enter is a mathematics question that uses base numbers. Now, let's say I say convert to 101 base 2. If you want to write base 2, there's no real way to do it in English. But in the CBT, if you write open less than sign and you write SUB and then you close the sign and then you write 2 and then you put the S. You put a slash like this, SUB, and then close it. This will give me 101 base 2. SUB means subscript. So this is a way to create that magic because there's no real way to create it on your keyboard, any keyboard at all. So this is how you create it here. Convert this to number in base 10. All right. Now, of course, the options are going to be option A. I will convert this to base 10. Okay, let me just calculate it now. 2 raised to the power 1 raised to the power 2. 0 raised to the power 1. 1 raised to the power. Okay, 2 raised to the power 0, 1. 2 raised to the power 1, 2. That's 2. Then 2 raised to the power 2, 4. I think that should be 5. It may not be correct, but pardon me. Let's say my answers here will be 4, 5, and I'm assuming 5 is the correct answer. And let's just put 6 here. So I will scroll down and choose my correct option, which is option B, that is 5. You can check it out. And then I click on save. So this question is added to my CBT. If you scroll down to my questions before I add other questions, you can see the way it appears. 101 base 2. So the SUB is for subscript. And of course, you can revise the video to see how to add it. Now I'm going to create another question. And this time I'm going to add equations. I'm going to say solve 2x raised to the power. Raised to the power is SUP. Raised to the power of 2. And then I have to close this SUP. And then 2x raised to the power of 2 plus 3x plus 4. I can say solve this as a quadratic equation for students to solve, right? Now I've written the question. You can see SUP raised to the power of 2. That's impressive. Now, I don't want to solve this. I just want to put answers. Let us assume that the answer to this one is also 5. Let's just assume. And so I'm going to put 5 7, and 9 as the options. And then I will select my correct answer, which is 5. Okay. Then I'll save this. Once I save this, it is saved. If you look at it, my question is already created. So with these 2 questions, you will know how to handle these numbers and power, raised to the power of. That's how to handle this one. Now, the next question, we're going to be using a picture. Let's say I have a diagram and I want the person to refer to the diagram. I can say what fraction of the figure below is shaded? Question mark. So I'm going to select my figure now. If you are on a phone, you can, when you click on, you can see this is the question photo. If you click on this browse, it's going to allow you to, yeah, I'm going to select this. If you're on a phone, it's going to allow you to snap, or you can pick a picture in your system, but I already have it. That's why I just went to pick it. Otherwise, it could have allowed me to snap if I'm on the phone directly using my camera. So you can have it on the diagram on a sheet of paper, and then you snap it. And I think the options here is 1/3. There's no real way to get this on the keyboard, so we just do 1/3, and then 1/4, and then we do 1/2. And I think the correct answer there should be 1/4. So I'm going to select B as the correct answer, and I will save it. Once I save this, the question will be added. And if you scroll down to my list of questions, you can see the question is there, but the picture is not there. If you want to see, click on details, and then you see how it appears. Great. The other ones, look at the detail, look at how it appears. And this one, look at the details, look at how it appears. The next question, we are also going to be using a picture. I can't remember what picture I had there. So let me just browse and pick a picture. Yeah, let me pick this. Okay, I can say how many dogs are in the picture or figure below. Yeah, the same thing. And then I'll just put 1 dog, 2 dogs, and then 3 dogs. As a matter of fact, let me change this question and let me change it to which of the following shows the picture of an animal. Yeah, the question. Now, I don't need this, I don't need this. So I'm going to do away with this. I'm going to do away with this. All right, let's see. I think I can't really get this off until I refresh this page. Let me refresh it. Okay, now so it's refreshed. If I click on add questions, oh, the question is still there. Interesting. Okay, add question. Still there. How do I get this off? How do I get this off? Okay, getting it off. Let me go back to the cbts and then get my cbts back. And then, yes, I was dealing with this one. And then, yeah. So let me ask questions now. Okay, it's no longer there. I can now say how many. Okay, sorry. I was saying which of the following shows the picture of an animal or animals. Let me just put it like that. Okay, animals. And then the option A. Option A is required. We cannot leave it blank. This is where I'm going. If you cannot if you don't need an option there, you can just put a dot so that it's not blank. A dot makes it not blank. What I need is a picture. So I'm going to be getting this as my picture, and I'm going to add it. It's a circle. And then option B, you cannot leave it blank because it is not optional. Put a dot. And then I'll click on browse and get the picture that I think shows dogs. Great. And once I'm done with that, I think I'm good. So I think my option B is my answer because that is where I selected a picture of a dog, or I snapped with my phone camera the picture of a dog. So I click on save. When you save this question and you look at the question, you can see which of the following pictures. If you look at the details, you can see option A, it has this. Option B has this. You scroll down, correct option is B. That's that. And then the last question I'm going to use, let's say add new question, is where I don't even need to type anything with words. I just want to show them a figure. Probably it's written down, it's drawn on paper, and that alone is the question itself. No need for word. I don't have word to say. The same dots, just put a dot because you can't leave this place blank. It's not optional. Where it says the photo for the question, then we select the photo that we want to use. And if you see, the kind of photo I selected has the question, everything inside of it. And then you go to option A. Option A for that question. Let me look at the photo again to know what it is. Okay, okay, I think I get it now. The answer should be about 15. Let's put option A to be 15. Option B, 25. Option C will be 20. Option C, 20. And then I scroll down and select the correct answer, which is option A, and I click on save. So now my 5 questions are saved already. You can see them. If you click on this, you can't see anything here. It's just a dot you are seeing because there is really nothing about the question. Until you click on details, you can see that the picture I selected here has this. I just snapped it with my phone, just this part. It has if this is this, solve this to this. And then the options are there. You can see the correct option there says option A. So that is that. Now, this is how you enter complex questions. You know, I went to questions that are not just plain with dash and underline, so that you learn how to enter difficult questions also. The next thing I want to show you is how to correct questions. Let's say this number 2, the answer is not supposed to be 5, and I made a mistake in picking the options. Maybe the answer is 7. All I need to do is to click on modify details. Now the question is opened again for me to correct. You can see everything is as it's supposed to be. So you can correct the options. You can correct the options here. Let's say 7 is the answer, which is option B. I just need to change it from option A to option B, and I click on save. Once I save it, you can see I click on save. Once I save it, it is updated. If you scroll down, you see that correct option is option B here, and as against option A, which is 5. And then if you go back, you click on the name of the test back. Well, back to the test. And if you go and look at the details for this question, answer is now 7, option B, and no longer 5. So this is how you handle questions, especially questions that are not just plain text. They're a bit complex. You need a diagram, you need stuff like that. You can snap the diagram with your phone and you click where you want the diagram to be, or you can select a picture of the diagram or the figure that you already have in your device.